Hey there, folks. You know what really grinds my gears? There is no way that it is this, uneven on who says WX and who has Wix. I swear, back in Mayday, it was like 50-50 split. There's no way it is this rare. I say Wix. Anyways, yeah, Wix is okay, I guess. This is a video about Wix. Normally this video would be about how Wix is just perfect and amazing in S tier, but I did a run where I tried to beat Ancient Fieldweaver, and I very quickly learned that really wasn't the case. So I'm going to make a video, hopefully, addressing some of the problems with this character, so when the skill tree comes out, it'll fix everything. Starting with WX's two biggest perks are obviously the circuits that Wix can craft and plug into themselves, and of course, eating gears, which I think is really awesome, but I'll talk about that in a second. Circuits are actually a really neat idea and honestly make this character stand out a lot because you can pretty much tailor them to whatever your needs are, or you could just go all speed like a boss. I think actually going about obtaining circuits by scanning the monsters and of course getting the data is actually a pretty cool and balanced way to do it, so I really have no problems with that. The worst part about circuits is not even the circuit part, it's the stupid charge meter. Every time you unplug a circuit, it takes all of the charge that was connected to that circuit, and it takes 12 entire minutes for it to charge all the way back up. That's why I just rip it out here, because I know I'm going to be trying to switch it to a night vision. So I might as well do that a day and a half early so I don't have to wait. There are a few other ways to charge, like using lightning rods or chugging a bunch of goat milk, but all these are pretty late into the seasons, and it's just like early game you're going to want to switch circuits a bunch. You just have to wait. Why? If Wix had like a portable battery or something, I think that would actually be pretty sweet. Or if they just got rid of the charge meter. Anyway, at least losing charge isn't really that bad. I mean, of course, taking out circuits is probably the biggest way to lose charge. The other two being wetness, which honestly isn't that bad unless you suck at rowing or it's like raining and you're caught in a bad spot. But just make an umbrella and a football helmet and you're good. And also, you know, you get the umbrella. It's whatever. But another thing, if you freeze, you apparently lose charge. I figured out this during the Claws fight while I was fighting him, and I just played like normal Wilson because there's no quick way to get charged during a boss fight. Why is this charge meter so punishing? Now, the other problem with WX is the circuits themselves. I think a lot of the circuits are pretty just like not really good, and especially if you can't switch them easy, it's just not really worth it. But one example of like a perfectly balanced circuit, I'd say, is the night vision circuit. It has that perfect trade-off where it's pretty easy to get the perk, and it's kind of a thing you can only do with WX. So like you getting more out of it going for this night vision instead of playing a different character and going for the moggles because it's way easier, you know. It's just way better. Other than it taking up 4 prongs is pretty ridiculous, like in this economy. But at least that always leaves room for a speed circuit. Speaking of which, speed circuit I think is pretty good. Going fast is a lot of fun and it helps out during boss fights, but that is where the praises end. Speed is pretty fun and makes them easier, but honestly having a lot of speed really doesn't change. Like it doesn't make boss fights crazy like fast or anything, it just makes them easier. The one time I would maybe trade off more speed or I trade speed for damage is I guess maybe shadow pieces. But I mean, you can just get a path and a mag. I'm pretty sure any character can reach the top speed. Well, you need a pathway actually, so maybe WX is better for that. But a lot of the fight speed is just inconsequential, and of course, now that characters can teleport and Beefalo are just so overpowered and a crutch and they should be nerfed and I hate them. And Walter getting Woby, it's just speed is not really that cool anymore. So even though stacking 3 speed is nice, I mean, what are you gonna do with it now? And that's why people say WX's best perk is. So imagine all the other perks. Yeah, a lot of the circuits just are not very useful, like the temperature ones. They're cool. I mean, thermal stone is really easy to get. I think the freeze circuit honestly has more utility, but it's just like, why would you ever plug this in if you could just have a thermal stone in a fridge, or just go into the caves, or just turn off summer like I do. What else? Oh yeah, I think electric circuit is honestly kind of an underrated masterpiece. But I think the buff, making it stun enemies, is a very nice change, and honestly gives good combat power to WX, where I think Wix is a great tanking character with one other perk that we'll talk about, and maybe using electric can help this. One circuit that doesn't help with really anything, I'd say, is the B Queen circuit. I feel like it needs a huge buff. It will always have your stats topped off because it will heal you like 5 HP every 10 seconds and it restores a bit of your sanity. But that like never, ever, ever comes into play during boss fights. I tried to go like a full tanky loadout for Dragonfly, including the B Queen circuit, and it really was just inconsequential. I still needed to use the like same amount of gears to heal. I would be way better off if I just plugged in another health circuit. So I really don't get what the point of this circuit even is. I guess it is better than just having more sanity. You know, might as well have a little bit of regen. And like I said, having your stats constantly at the max is always nice, but making food or just eating a gear is not, or making a jerky even now with the jerky buff, it's really not even worth it. I think this needs to be buffed to high heaven. And then the rest I didn't talk about are probably so inconsequential that they don't even matter. Let's see, it'd be, I guess I didn't really talk about course box, maybe. Oh yeah, well, light circuit is pretty good. I honestly think that is probably, it's honestly a nice circuit when you want to help out your teammates, but you could always just carry a lantern, or they could carry a lantern, or a torch or something. I don't think it is better than night vision, even though it costs less. Is that all the circuits, actually? Let me think. So yeah, I think a lot of the circuits need just general buffs. Let me go to circuits and see what I can find. If there's any more I want to talk about. Other than the ones that are obviously like the less good version. Like, what am I going to say about? Oh, that's all of them. Wow, there's really not that many. Yeah, I think they need to buff some circuits, give them a little bit more functionality, and maybe add new circuits. I mean, obviously, that's kind of like the obvious stuff. They just need to make the circuits a bit better. One thing I would like to see an idea maybe implemented to make circuits a bit better is what if they were like circuit combos? Like if you plugged in both Chorus Box and the heat, or maybe like the heat circuit and the light circuit, you could heat up your teammates instead of it just being you. I think that would be neat. What if like if you had speed and electric, you'd like release sparks when you ran or something, and these would hurt enemies. Stuff like that, where it would maybe incentivize you to go after and get circuits you wouldn't normally use for the combo bonus that they provide. To make less used circuits maybe have better combos, or I don't know. I just think there's a fun idea they could use with that, or they could just make every circuit better. I think more circuit slots is another thing that would be cool. I don't think that needs much explaining. And new circuits, I had a couple ideas for some new circuits. Maybe like a circuit, I think one that'd be cool is like an efficiency one that makes you chop trees or mine faster and maybe pick stuff up faster, like kind of like, I think one of Woody's skills does that. I think that'd be sick. You know, WX is all about going fast, so doing chores faster would honestly be in line with the character. And I mean, robots are known for doing stuff fast. That's kind of their whole thing. Another thing I would say would be cool is a water walking and shadow walking circuit. Yep, I want them to bring back void walking. I think it kind of goes in line with WX's whole thing of just running fast. And it would be hilarious if you could use that to also just run across the water. That'd be sick. That'd be like WX's greatest idea. That's really all I got to say about circuits. They just need to make them better. I feel like a lot of them are just inconsequential, and even the best one, like speed. Oh yeah, speed just gets replaced by Beefalo. In this run, I even had to go tame a Beefalo while playing WX with all my speed circuits, which was pretty embarrassing. Because you just can't move heavy objects, so you can't fight either of the final bosses. You might be able to get away with fighting Champion, actually, without a Beefalo, but, like, come on. Yeah. I think the circuits need to be better. That's just it.
Join my Discord server. Join my Discord server. Link in description or comment. Link in description or comment. Join now.
Another two things that I think WX is actually... Wait, not two things. Two perks of WX are all the ones that have to do with runes rushing, just like the circuits. And also, one of those perks being the ability to eat gears. I think gear eating is actually very cool and very good. But first of all, WX is probably the best character for runes rushing. I mean, night vision and speed just makes it really easy. And of course, the ability to eat gears. But also small things like, I think Clockworks will take a minute longer to aggro onto WX. So they can get away with a bit more stuff before Clockworks start to get mad. And speed really helps out in the Guardian fight. It just makes it a cakewalk. And of course, you can scan Guardian for speed. All those things just make WX a great ruins rusher. And I would honestly argue that the convenience and efficiency matches that of Maxwell or Wolfgang. Definitely probably not better, but if Wix did more damage, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I want an attack speed circuit. That'd be sick. You know, you attack faster. Anyways, the other perk I want to talk about is gear eating. I think gear eating is genuinely amazing. I don't have any problems with it. I think it is an amazing perk. What else? Oh yeah, because you know, when you clear out the rooms, you get like up to like 60 gears, I think, or maybe like around 50 is more realistic. And of course, all those heal like so much HP, so much sanity, so much food. You pretty much don't even need any more food once you get that. So yeah, you can just go fight bosses. You can have easy healing, not as easy as Warthog's broken OP, pay to win character, but honestly very good. I actually think it is a little undermined because Turkey is now super good and easy to get. But yeah, you're pretty much never ever going to run out of gears after you go to Ruins. And of course, you can try and beat Fuel Weaver to reset the gears. You can fight Shadow Pieces or Twins or Guardian for more gears. You get so many freaking gears throughout the playthrough. And the best part is, even if you die, you just get half the gears you ate back. So you literally have like a unending amount of gears. Now with 1.5 times gear per gear. Yeah, the way I think they could build off that is if they had like Scrap Eater or something. I mean, what else are you going to do with scrap, am I right? Actually, you might be able to soft lock yourself out of important progression if you eat all the scrap. I'm not really sure. Maybe Frazzled Wire Eater, because I know you always get so many of these. Wire Eater, that sounds like a robo slur. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to put in a couple good things about Wix before, instead of just beating him down with, oh, their circuits suck. Yeah, gear eating is very good. Also, never spoils. I forgot about that. And I think WX can eat spoiled food anyway, which kind of undermines it. But I don't really care. I'm trying to think of whatever other perks I could think for WX for the skill tree. This is just like, this is not even about gear eating anymore. This is just future talk. I think maybe the lunar pathway is going to be something Warbot related. And then the Shadow pathway might be Broken Clockwork related. I'd love like a Clockwork Commander or something so you can actually like make use of these minions. Because if you didn't know, you can actually repair broken Clockworks and turn them into friendly Clockworks that'll fight for you for a little bit. But of course you can only do that in the ruins, and then you can't really get them out of the ruins. So it's not like amazing. But it is a thing you can do. I don't think it's ever worth it either because you have to use gears, and who wants to use gears if you're playing Wix? Yeah, I think Clockwork Commander would be sick. Maybe if you could make his own Clockworks and make an army. For Lunar side, maybe like plug in a Gestalt and get some Enlightened Powers. I have no idea what that even means. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, there's another two things. There's concept art for a WX mech. I think that'd be sick. Maybe implement like the Thumper from base DST. And another item I want them to bring from base DST, maybe this could be like the lunar equivalent, is the Living Artifact. I always associate WX as being a Hamlet character just because they're so powerful in that mode. Or maybe like a Lunar Overcharge would be cool. Either one of those mechanics, but I think a Living Artifact type like a mech suit would be really cool. If you could go invulnerable for a few seconds and have the ability to just attack forever. Pretty much cooler Woody Moose. I don't like Woody Moose anyway. Living Artifact is way more sick. I guess that's all I have to say about WX. Just my general thoughts. And they should be buffed for the skill tree. Thought I'd have more to say on this, but yeah, I just got my ran through when I was fighting Fuel Weaver, and I was like, wow, WX is really not that amazing after all. Okay, goodbye. Join my Discord server. I had a subtle mention of it, but I'm not sure if... Oh yeah, and subscribe to the video, because like... my channel, you know, couple people not subscribe. Okay.